In the United States, a county is a political and geographic subdivision of a state, usually assigned some governmental authority. The term county is used in 48 of the 50 U.S. states. The exceptions are Louisiana and Alaska, where the functionality equivalent subdivisions are called respectively parishes and boroughs. 48 of the 50 states have operational county governments. Connecticut and Rhode Island are divided into geographic regions called counties, but they do not have functioning governments. But the nation's 3,069 county governments provide the essential services to create healthy, vibrant, and resilient communities. People depend on counties to provide services that build, maintain, and protect their homes, schools, and neighborhoods. A county seat is an administrative center or seat of government for a county or civil parish. The term is used in the United States, Taiwan, and Romania. In the United Kingdom and Ireland, county towns have a similar function. The county seat should best be positioned where resources, facilities are available, and a greater draw of the populace is also available. County government is local government. It works best when local residents are involved and active. Having your county seat where the larger population is placed allows for a larger pool of ideas and solutions for the woes, the services, and or the upkeep of that county. The purpose of this presentation is to entertain the moving of Nye County's government seat to Pahrump, Nevada from Tonopah, Nevada. As you will see, the population of Pahrump is about 10 times that of Tonopah. Why? In a nutshell, experts say a large population means a greater domestic market, attracting investors and multinational companies, stimulating investment in knowledge, generating more new ideas which improve productivity. Market size stimulates innovative activity, increasing learning by doing due to pressures of increased production volume and more workers. More young people energizing the economy. Increased consumptions driving manufacturing and services. Increased national savings. A big home market that is an attractive prize for successful new products. Greater economics of scale. Less cost in production per unit with increase of volume. An absolutely larger number of outstanding, highly effective people. Nye County government. A brief history of county seats and then today's reality. The beginning of Nye County. Nye County got its name from the first governor, James Warren Nye. He was appointed governor of the Nevada Territory by Abraham Lincoln in 1861. Nye County was established in 1865 by the United States Congress under the Admissions Act. The first county seat was in Ione, Nevada, where the population was greatest. It was later moved to Belmont, when the population substantially exceeded Ione's population. In 1902, Tonopah requested the legislature to move the county seat to Tonopah, where the largest population was then centered. The request was denied. In 1904, a second request to move the county seat was approved based on population. In 1905, the records was transferred from Belmont to the new county seat in Tonopah. Nye County is not the only county to have moved its county seat in Nevada. Lander County did this in 1979 for the same reasons, to provide better service where the larger population was centered. This is the only time after the new law, NRS 243.460, was passed that a county has relocated its seat. Prior to 1955, permission to move a county seat was approved by the state legislature. Following the passage of a new law in 1955, in order to move the county seat, NRS 243.460 required a signed petition by 60% of the electorate who voted in the last general election and are taxpayers on the assessment roll, which many think this was a violation of the one man, one vote law and goes against Nevada Constitution of a requirement of 10% for a referendum and 15% for an initiative. Lander County is the only case since the new law was passed. This is how the petition was expedited. After the petition was circulated in Lander County, it was then presented to the county clerk for validation. The county clerk submitted the petition to the commissioners at a regular meeting. The county clerk, recorder, and assessor testified as to the validity of the signers of the petition. Upon verification, a vote was scheduled and the issue passed, but not without some issues being raised. These can be found on the net in Cyrac versus Lander County. Why relocate the county seat to Pahrump? It is important to recognize that in all cases, the relocation of a county seat was due to the larger population. Today, the larger population is in Pahrump. County seats have traditionally been at the major population centers. There are many important reasons for this. The purpose of good government is to provide services to the citizens. Having the seat at the population center provides better access to government, a good reason for moving it to Pahrump. Today, the larger population, according to the planning department, is in Pahrump. Their figures show 38,793 citizens. If we include Beatty and Amargosa, the figure is 41,161. The population in Tonopah is 3,129, and if we include all the towns north of Beatty, the figure would be closer to 5,790. By keeping the county seat in Tonopah, these are some of the major consequences. Higher taxes, higher overhead costs, opportunities for waste and corruption, less transparency in county affairs, difficulty in managing departments, ineffective utilization of county employees. County Commissioners Meeting. By law, there should be at least one meeting per month at Tonopah. The travel time to Tonopah from Pahrump is 3 hours each way. All elected officials routinely travels between Tonopah and Pahrump to manage 2 offices and attend meetings. There is also a twice-a-day messenger service as well. Elections. Voting machines are stored in Tonopah. Votes are counted in Tonopah. Recounts are performed in Tonopah. There is an absence of policies regarding recounts. Pahrump is considered a secondary polling place. Voting days and times are not uniform. Absentee ballots are counted in Tonopah without adequate oversight. County financial records are kept in Tonopah under the county comptroller. Their website allows for these records to be inspected during normal business hours only in Tonopah. The comptroller can perform audits that mirror the work of an outside auditor. Errors have been demonstrated with the sheriff's budget and others. By law, there shall be a jail located at the county seat, Tonopah. The cost recently reported in the news is $800,000 annually. The change makes this jail unnecessary. There are 24 deputies in Tonopah, serving a population of 3,171. Those deputies at the jail, 12 or so, could be transferred to Pahrump. The taxpayers approved a half-cent sales tax to provide new deputies for the Pahrump jail. This could be reversed. Prisoners have been routinely shuffled between Pahrump and Tonopah, always with deputies in attendance. The empty jail in Tonopah can be leased to some other entity, resulting in additional revenue. This has a potential for additional revenue and cost savings. Courts can be maintained in Beatty and Pahrump, resulting in additional cost savings. The maintenance of courts in these two locations will provide adequate service to the needs of county citizens. Less travel will result, and this would have minor impact on court proceedings, but would result in savings to taxpayers. Town offices can now be consolidated within county facilities. Potential uses: record storage, lease the facility or use for other office functions. The facility could be used to grow business and industry through creation of a Department of Economic Development, answerable to the commissioners. Trustee sales that take place occur at the county seat, which is 3 hours from Pahrump and 4 hours from Las Vegas. Last-minute cancellation of trustee sales result in unnecessary cost to the public in time and money. Family services deal with issues like child support. There are 4, previously 5 employees in Tonopah and 0 in Pahrump. This cannot be the best way to serve the population. Moving the county seat resolves this problem and gives more families in distress personal contact with those who are supposed to help them. The duplication of offices in 2 locations is like owning 2 houses without tenants. Very expensive. Consolidating these offices in Pahrump saves money, increases efficiency, and can bring us back to county employees working a full 5-day work week. 4-day work week in government are an abuse of the citizens' access to government. There is less chance for abuse of the system. Better utilization of county employees by eliminating duplication of services. Information has been reviewed and consolidation of county functions can be achieved, which will result in annual savings to taxpayers well in excess of $1 million annually. We reviewed the organization of the county as posted on their website. A modified, unpublished version was developed based on data available on that website. What effect would this have on Tonopah and the north end of the county? Since the population is much smaller, quality services would be continued with reduced staffing. a definite savings. Public works will continue as it is. Adjustment in sheriff staff would not affect the necessary protection for the community. It is unrealistic to believe that a community should rely on government to exist. Efforts in the community should be made to seek out sources of revenue such as conferences, historic tours of the area, marketing to potential companies based on what the area has to offer, catering to tourism, industry, and manufacturing potentials, etc., etc. In March 31, 2010, the Pahrump Valley Times wrote that Nye County would borrow $3 million from a post-closure landfill to pay early retirement buyouts, estimated to cost $2.8 million. The public did not understand that these same employees were still going to get retirement pay of up to $6,000 and more per month. So we also recommend the adoption of a new Nye County policy incorporated into this report called the Voluntary Separation Program and submitted for adoption in 2 commissioners. It is written and enforced in other counties. In conclusion, the evidence exists to advocate and move forward to consolidate county government and bring positive results to all the citizens of Nye County. It would also be a benefit to acquire the services of a qualified evaluator of personnel, policies, contracts, and procedures to be sure they are being followed and make any recommendations.